When using QuiP, it's essential that you set up your passengers tab correctly in order to be able to book services. The required fields to book services via QuiP are full first and last name as it appears on their identification, as well as the correct date of birth. Additionally, for anyone who is 17 or under, we have to make sure that the age exactly matches their age on day one of travel. I'm going to now show you an example of adding in a person account, adding in an adult passenger, and adding in a youth passenger. So I'm going to go ahead and pull through my person account, which you will see because the person account already has a date of birth, that will automatically pull through as well as their age. Just do a quick double check to make sure that the age will be the age they are on day one of travel. So in this instance, the client is actually 23 years old right now, but on May 1st, they will indeed be 24. So we want the age to be listed as 24. For my second passenger, I'm going to list them as a passenger, not a person account, but I am going to list them as an adult. So in this instance, I need to make sure that I add their date of birth manually. And again, as you can see, it doesn't auto-calculate the age. So I know after doing a quick age calculation that this client is going to be 27 on May 1st, which is day one of travel. And then finally, I'm going to add in a youth passenger here who would never have a person account. And I will change their channel role to youth, which is automatically going to default them to the age of 17. I'm going to put in their age as 16. So I know that's August of 2005. So what I would want to do is make sure that I change this age from 17 to 16 to make sure it matches, again, the age they will be on day one of travel. So now that I know that I have my full first and last name and I have dates of birth, this is technically all you need in order to be able to quote and book for QuiP. The additional things that we recommend setting up prior to quoting would be your room group ID, and then just making sure that you have the correct channel role. So room group ID is automatically going to pull through the configuration for your accommodation. So in this instance, if I wanted all three of these passengers to share the same room, I would list them all as room one. And now every time I went to search an accommodation using QuiP, I would get one room for 2 adults and 1 child. A point to note, which we'll go into later through this KA, is that anyone who is 17 or younger is considered to be a child, even if they're set up as an infant or a youth on the passengers tab. Going back to room group ID, if we did want a different type of configuration, for example, 1 adult in room 1 and then the adult and the youth in room 2, we would set it up like this. So now, again, every time I go to quote an accommodation, it will pull through this type of room group configuration. It is possible to pull through manually a different type of configuration as you go through and search, and don't feel like you have to come back here and change it unless you think it will become the next prevalent type of room configuration you set in the itinerary. So again, all you need is your first and last name, date of birth, age, and then ideally your room group ID and your channel role, and you're ready to go.